I'm Sylvia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm speaking about Pluto in the first house. If someone has Pluto in the first house, then they can have a very strong personality and also a very strong and powerful presence. Sometimes it can get to the point where people can feel intimidated by them. So if you have Pluto in the first house, this means that you can be a very magnetic person and people can feel very drawn and very magnetized by you, or it can go actually to the other extreme where some people can actually hate you even if they don't really know you. So you can actually get a very extreme reaction from people. They can either be obsessed with you or very attracted to you or even love you, or it can be the other extreme where they just hate you, and they can hate you basically for no reason. You are also very mysterious, so people can feel very attracted to you because you are very mysterious. And Pluto is also the planet that rules over sexuality, so you can have a lot of sex appeal, which can be very attractive too. And also people can feel very attracted to you because you're also a very intense person. You are actually a person who finds it difficult, or you just don't want to open up to other people very easily. And I've noticed that people who have Scorpio rising can be the same. And this is because this is a way for you to protect yourself. You can be a bit suspicious, or you don't really trust people that easy, because if you show your vulnerability or your sensitivity, then those things can be used against you, or you might think that other people can take advantage of that and use it against you. Pluto in the first house means that in this lifetime you will experience some crises, even some traumas, or events, painful events, or sudden events that will actually shake your world. They will shake your life, and you will go through some very deep transformations on a very psychological level. And Pluto in the first house wants to teach you how to let go. And you will need to let go of certain things or certain behaviors in your life in order for you to create a better version of yourself. Whenever we speak about Pluto, we need to speak about power and control and dominance. And this is going to play a big theme in your life. And it's very possible that in your childhood or in your youth, at some point you might experience the feeling of being powerless. And you might feel that you have given your power away somehow, or you just didn't have any power in your life. Those experiences that I was talking about before will somehow teach you how to become more powerful and how to find the power that lies somewhere deep inside you. And it will also teach you how to, like I said before, become a better version of yourself, and to learn how to let go of certain emotions or feelings or thoughts or beliefs that you might have had, and those ones that weren't helpful for you in any way, shape, or form. Like I said before in the beginning of this video, you are a very intense person. And as an intense person, you feel everything deeply, and you live life with so much intensity, And sometimes when things can get rough in your life, be careful not to become resentful. You might resent other people, or you might resent life, or you might, I don't know, resent even God. And it is important for you to learn how to release or to let go of those intense emotions that you might feel, which are very toxic and they are not helpful. And if you, let's say, accumulate those toxic emotions for a very long period of time, they might become very destructive. And sometimes you just need to be careful not to um, become basically self-destructive, because this is actually one of the negative interpretation of Pluto in the first house. Of course, it depends a lot on what aspects Pluto makes in your birth chart. If Pluto makes soft aspects with other planets, then you will find it easier to find your inner strength and to even reinvent yourself and let go of those toxic emotions and painful events in your life. And definitely you can become, like I said before, a new person, a better version of yourself. But if Pluto makes a lot of tense aspects with other planets, then it's going to be a lot difficult for you to accept change in your life and transformation in your life. And instead, you will try to overcompensate that uh, just by being more controlling. And you will have this compulsive need to control other people and to control things in your life. And behind that need for you to control others or to control everything in your life is your fear to suffer again, because you think that if you control everything in your life, then you will somehow avoid to suffer again. You will avoid the pain again. But what you need to learn is to accept and to embrace change in your life. And you need to learn to transform yourself. And like I said before, let go. You need to let go of many toxic emotions or feelings or thoughts and even experiences in your life. And it is also very important for you to, let's say, face your own demons. No matter what those demons are, it can be a trauma or many traumas, or fears, anxieties, pain. And you also need to understand that the more resistant to change you are, the more painful your life can get. And you need to learn how to transform basically yourself. Now, sometimes Pluto in the first house can also mean that you want to have a lot of power, control, and dominance over other people. And just generally speaking, you just want power. And I've noticed that many times people who have Pluto in the first house, or people who have Pluto in the eighth house, or people who have Pluto in the 10th house, they usually seek and they put a lot of effort into becoming someone important or someone who has a very powerful position in society. And it is very possible for you to try to have a lot of power and money in your life, sometimes to the point where you can have a lot of, let's say, power struggles with other people in order for you to gain more control and more power over other people. Or it can be sometimes the other way around, where you feel totally powerless. You give somehow your power away to other people, for example, especially in your personal relationships. And that's because Pluto in the first house is opposing your seventh house, which is the house of other people and the house of relationships. So sometimes Pluto in the first house can mean that you can have power struggles in your relationships. You can be a very domineering or jealous or possessive person in relationships, or you can attract partners who can be very domineering, possessive, and jealous. So, as you can see, many times there can be a lot of imbalance when it comes to power in your life. And Pluto in the first house wants to teach you how to use your power, but in a very constructive and productive way. And you will need to learn and to understand that the only person that you can actually control is yourself. You cannot have control over other people. You cannot, even if you try to impose your own power or your will on other people, it can bring you at some point some problems in your life or some pain in your life. And this is because you need to let go of your desire to have total control or total power over other people. Sometimes Pluto in the first house can mean that the person who has it will exploit other people just to get what they want. And I'll just give you, for example, let's just say that someone who has Pluto in the first house is a business person, he owns a business, let's say, and they can exploit other people, or better said, they can exploit their employees just to make more money or to have more power in society overall. I'm not going to lie to you. I have seen in real life people who have Pluto in the first house who were so focused on gaining power and control and money too, to the point where they have brought so much destruction in their life, but also in the life of their family. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who has Pluto in the first house will be a little dictator, or you will just bring tyranny in other people's life. But sometimes, and like I said before, it depends on what aspects Pluto makes, and it depends on the rest of the chart, obviously. So it doesn't always have to play out in this very extreme way. But yes, sometimes people who have Pluto in the first house can bring destruction in their life and and destruction in other people's life too. Pluto in the first house means that you are very good at psychology, and this is because Pluto rules over psychology. It rules over even over the darker side of the human nature, or the darker side of the human psychology, and it rules over hidden things, secrets, buried things, and even it can rule over digging very deeply. So you are very good, let's say, at reading other people and reading other people's mind. You can see and understand what lies underneath someone's words or actions or motives. So it's very easy for you to see things in people that others don't see, or things that are not very obvious, but somehow you manage to see those things. And you are also very good at, like I said, digging very deeply. And you can even discover and expose many secrets of other people, or expose secrets or dark things about, um, for example, companies or societies, or about even history, for example. So it is very difficult for other people to fool you or to deceive you or to lie to you, because you can see through people, you can see through their shit if you want. And you are, like I said before, you can also be quite suspicious. So you don't trust easily other people, that's for sure. And you can be, for example, you can pay a lot of attention to uh, other people's language, body language, for example. You can pay attention to their, let's say, to their eyes, how they look at you, and things like these. Or you can pay attention to their voice, just to get uh, a deeper understanding of who that person really is, and whether that person is true or real or honest. You can also be very interested about things like the occult, for example, like astrology, or magic, or conspiracies, or face reading, for example, psychology. And you can also, generally speaking, be very attracted to things that are hidden, or things that are not fully or very well understood by other people. Basically, you can be very attracted to the mysteries of life. I want to thank you now for watching my video, and if you like it, or if you like my content, then you can subscribe to my channel so you can learn more about astrology.